So in this video, we are going to be talking about the conjugates of surds and rationalizing surds. So the first thing we will be going into is to discuss the conjugate of surds. Now, before you rationalize any surds, you need to understand the concept of the term conjugate. Now, this question says we should find the conjugate of root x minus y. Now, the meaning of conjugate is repeat dates but change the polarity sign. So the conjugate of root x minus root y is going to be root x plus root y. Now, same thing applies here. The conjugate of date is going to be what? That's root x minus root y. Okay, so having understood, okay, maybe we could try one more example, like conjugate of 2 minus root 7 root 3. So the conjugate is going to be 2 plus 7 root 3. So that's the conjugate. Okay, so now having understood the concept of conjugate, we can comfortably go into rationalizing of our surd. Now, okay, B says that we should multiply root 5 plus root 3 by its conjugate. So let's try this. This is root 5 plus root 3 all multiplied by, now the conjugate of root 5 plus root 3 is going to be what? Yes, I understand, you know that now. So that's going to be root 5 minus root 3. Okay, so now we know this. The next thing we are going to do is expand the bracket. So root 5 multiplied by root 5 is going to give us, now recall that this is root 5 times root 5. So this is going to be what? Root 25. And root 25 is going to give me what? 5. Now root 5 times root 5 is going to give me, that will be 5. Okay, so root 5 times minus root 3, this will be minus. Root 5 times root 3 is going to give us root 15, that's 5 times 3, plus, now root 3 times root 5 is going to give us what? Root 15, and plus root 3 multiplied by root 3 is going to give us what? Minus 3. So now you can see from here, minus root 15 plus root 15 will give us 0, and our final answer is going to be 5 minus 3, and this is going to give us 2. Now, that is one thing about the conjugate of a surd. Sometimes it removes all the surd parameters and leaves you with a whole number. It also helps you simplify your surd as easy as possible. So now, we are going to start rationalizing our surds. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to rationalize our surd. Now, our first example says we should rationalize 2 over 5 root 3. Okay, so when you have something like this and you want to rationalize this, now, what do we mean by rationalizing? We don't like the surds being at the denominator part, so we want to eliminate it. So in order to rationalize this, I'm going to say 2 over 5 root 3 multiplied by what? So I'm going to multiply up and down by what? Root 3. Now notice, root 3 cancel root 3 is still giving me 1. So there's nothing new I'm introducing. So this is going to be 2 times root 3 will be what? 2 root 3. I'll have 5. Root 3 times root 3 will be 5 times 3. And this is going to give me, this is 2 root 3 over 15. Final answer. So as easy as that, you can rationalize that surd. Now the second question we are going to be solving is to rationalize 3. Rationalize, that will be 3 over root 3 plus root 2. Now when you have a question like this, here you need to introduce the concept, your concept called conjugate. So we're going to do 3 over root 3 plus root 2 multiplied by, now I will use the conjugate, minus root 2 all over root 3 minus root 2. Now notice, like I told you, this entity is what? 1. So it doesn't do anything, rather it takes away the root in the surd at the denominator level. Now 3 times root 3 will be, this will be 3 root 3 minus, here will be 3 root 2 all over root 3 times root 3 is going to give us 3. Root 3 times root 6 will be minus root 6. We'll now have plus root 6, and we'll now have plus root 2 times minus root 2 is going to give us minus 2, because when root 2 times root 2 you get 2. So this is going to be 3 root 3 minus 3 root 2 all over minus root 6 is going to cancel out root 6. Then you have 3 minus 2, that's over 1. So your final answer is going to be 3 root 3 minus 3 root 2. So as easy as that, you can solve this rationalization of surd. Now we're going to attempt one more example before we leave you. Now the next question says we should rationalize 4 over root 5 plus root 3. So we are going to be rationalizing this. Rationalize this surd. Equation below. Okay, so in order to rationalize this, you know the rule. You need to bring in what? The conjugate. So this is root 5 plus root 3 multiplied by root 5 minus root 3 all over root 5 plus, this is going to be minus root 3. And this is going to give me 4 root 5 minus 4 root 3 all over, this will give me 5 minus, this will be root 15 plus root 15 minus 3. So now this is going to give me 4 root 5 minus 4 root 3 all over, remember this will cancel out this, 5 minus 3, we are going to get 2. Okay, so from here we now know that our surd is in this form. So this is going to be 4 root 5 over 2 minus 4 root 3 over 2. So this is going to give me, this will be 2 root 5 minus, here it's going to be 2 root 3, and that's my final answer. So rationalizing of surd is the same thing as simplify the surd. So you're trying to simplify it, and in rationalizing it you need to use what? The conjugate, especially when you have questions of this format. Now if this is your first time of coming to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can get more videos from us.